Okay, hello there. So this video is going to be about how to include lyrics in ABC notation. It's going to be a short video. I keep saying that with all these videos I've made, but this one definitely is because it's quite a straightforward thing to do. So my name is Chris Walshaw and I run abcnotation.com. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll cover the W field. That's how you actually put the lyrics in. So W and it's lowercase. I'll tell you why very shortly. We'll cover how you align things. So this is the main task of putting lyrics in, is aligning the lyrics to the note. And typically the words and syllables will automatically align on a note, but then we've got to cover the cases where you've got two or more syllables or two or more words that are aligned on a single note, or vice versa, two or more notes that are aligned on a single syllable or a word. And those are all straightforward, quite easy to do. We'll look at how you skip notes. So when the tune is carrying on but there's no singing, then obviously you want to skip those notes in the lyrics line, and we'll see how to do that either for one note or several notes. We'll see how you put multiple verses in. You can either put them in lined up with the score, or you can put them in underneath. And to do them underneath, you use the W field with uppercase. So this W field the case is very important. It tells the software where the lyrics are going to appear. Okay, so let's jump straight in with the examples. So what I've done is I've created this tune in ABC here. It's got lots of different examples. There's no real tune. I've made it slightly narrower than usual using this staff width thing. That's just to stop these extra dashes appearing when we put dashes between syllables. Okay, and apart from that, when you see the percent, that's a directive. I've talked about that in other videos. This percent is just a comment, so that's just to tell you what's going on if you're looking at the ABC code, but I'm not going to read the comments right now. Okay, let's start with the first example. So here we are. We've got a load of notes. They're all A, 2 bars of A's, and if I put in a W field underneath that, then the words will line up on the notes. So the first word lines up on the first note, and the second word lines up on the second note, and so on. Okay, and that's obviously getting started, but obviously in a lot of cases, words have more than one syllable, and you want those syllables to line up on the notes rather than the words. So in the second case, that's here, you can do that with dashes or hyphens. So if I put in a hyphen in between the syllables, I can either put in a hyphen with a space, or I don't have to put the space in. It doesn't really matter. You can see that it treats those the letters plus the hyphen as a syllable, or perhaps I should say the letters, the preceding hyphen and the letters as a syllable. And so that thing gets lined up on a note. So there, sil is lined up on the first one, la is lined up on the second one, and bull is lined up on the third one. And the same here, only I've put spaces in to make it clearer. It doesn't matter which way, whether you do that or not. Okay, now if we want several syllables lined up on a single note, there's a couple of ways of doing that. Either you just push the syllables together into a single word, like I have done here. So 3 syllables pushed together into a single word, and that gets lined up on this note here. Or if I want to tell the reader what the syllables are, so the person singing the song perhaps wants to know what the syllables are, I can use this backslash before the hyphen. So if I ever need to include a hyphen in the lyrics line, use this backslash, and it's called an escape character. It just tells the software that's doing the processing that just treat this as a dash and don't do anything special with it. So it treats that syllable with the backslashes and these hyphens just as a single thing, which gets lined up on this note. Okay. If I want to do that with words, obviously that's doing it with syllables. If I want 2 words to line up on a single note, then I can put a tilde sign, this little squiggle sign, I can put that between 2 words. And as far as the ABC code is concerned, this is treated as a single thing. So it gets lined up on a single note. But as far as the output is concerned, that tilde is treated as a space. Okay, so you don't see the tilde in the output. And then I can go and put some more syllables here. Okay, so two words I put in, or two or more words, and I put in a tilde between them, and they'll get treated as a single thing. Next case, if I want to do it the other way around, so I've got a single word that gets held over a number of notes, then use underscores. So here, word is treated as one thing, the underscore afterwards is treated as another thing, and those two things get lined up on the notes. Same here, I've got bull is treated as one thing which gets lined up on this A, and then this underscore continues that onto the next note. And if you've got more than two, then you need more underscores. So if you've got three notes, then you want one syllable and two underscores, or four notes, it'll be three underscores. Okay, that's lining up things when you've got more notes or more syllables than syllables or notes, respectively. Suppose we want to skip some notes. Suppose the tune is carrying on but nobody's singing. Then you can use asterisks. So here's the example. So every time I put in an asterisk, it's treated as being a sort of blank thing that's lined up. So I've got three asterisks, so they line up with these three notes. And so that means I get a space, a gap in the song, but the tune carries on. I've got one here at the end. Obviously, that can get a bit tedious if you've got lots and lots of tune, but not so many words. So what you can do to shortcut that is to put in a bar symbol. So these two lines here, actually, that one with the asterisk and this one with the bar symbols, I'm giving is exactly the same output. Looks like this. It's just that the bar, this vertical line, tells the software to move on to the next bar line. So it ignores all those other notes here, the A, and moves on to the next bar line and aligns the next syllable on the starting note of this bar. So that's the way to deal with lots of tune without many words. Okay, then to include multiple verses, you just need multiple W fields. So here we are, and we've got two W fields, and they don't have to be lined up with each other at all. So they just line up on the notes. And as you can see, the first W field here is lined up differently to the second W field. They're completely different, and you can, each verse can be different. And then finally, if you want to include more verses underneath the tune, like this, then just put them with an uppercase W. So here's the W uppercase. That tells the software to put these underneath the tune rather than lined up underneath each line of the tune. And if you want a blank line, you can see I've introduced one there with a W with nothing after it. And that gives me these verses. So that's where, if you want to, this typical usage where you have the first verse under the tune and the next verse is at the bottom, you can do it with this W field. In fact, I've got an example of that here, this Amazing Grace. So a very well-known tune, you probably know it. Here, let's just look at the ABC notation first of all. Each line has a W field underneath it, which is used to put the words under the tune. And then going to the bottom, we've got all the other verses underneath. So if I show you the whole score, you can see that there's the song with the first verse underneath the tune, and the other verses are set out underneath like this. Okay, I think that's all I need to cover because as I said, it's quite straightforward to do these lyrics. Let's just finish off the video then with a couple of links. So if you want to read the rules, I recommend going to the standard, the ABC standard, and the lyrics section. And there's a section there which explains all the things I've just told you, and perhaps in a bit more detail. And if you want to see the source of those tunes we looked at, so the actual ABC, to play around with it, go to the examples page, the lyrics example. I've put the first example on that page, so you can copy it, and then I put a link to the other example because that's just come out of the ABC tune search. Okay, I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you in the next video.